So hey, Beetle Destino coming at you with another video. Just want to thank everybody for returning. Thanks to all the new subscribers. We've crushed through that 100 goal that I had stated in my older videos. Yeah, we're on the way to those thousands. So yeah, please keep liking the videos. Please keep subscribing if you like the channel, and please leave some comments. I do really enjoy talking to everybody. I've had some great conversations with several of you. Yeah, let's keep that up. I really am having fun making these, having fun getting this out there. So today I'm going to just talk a little bit about a collection update from my cousin when we were visiting him in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul area, when we went down to go see Ringo, which, as you saw in my video, unfortunately got canceled. But yeah, sit back and enjoy my little collection update. If you did see my video on seeing Ringo or not seeing him, unfortunately, I hope you're getting better, Ringo. The show did get canceled, but we were down there and we did visit with some friends and family. I got a few cousins down there and aunt and some really close friends in that area. So we made it a little planned, to be seeing them anyway on that trip. We just got a little extended visit with them due to the cancellation. My one cousin, he's always been a bit of a collector. Always collected watches, guitars, all kinds of items. I do remember him having a few records and that. He goes to a lot of garage sales, goes to a lot of like Goodwills. He's always hunting around for something. He even makes a little bit of a living off of it all. So that's pretty cool that he does that. And, he heard I got the channel started and I think he wanted to contribute a little to it. And he gave me a nice little package of some Beatles items, and I'm going to show those here. I really appreciate it, and thanks again. This was amazing. Wasn't expecting this, but yeah, I really appreciate it. And I got some items here, some stuff I've been looking for but haven't really been finding, and he got me some really cool things. A couple things I wasn't necessarily looking for, but I'm always going to welcome a cool Beatles item. I've never really collected like collectibles and stuff of the Beatles. I've been more focused on the music and that, and maybe like a book or two, but never like really the collectibles. I've got a knick-knack here and there. Like I do got the Yellow Submarine Lego set. I got a little Lego Hot Wheel of the Yellow Submarine too. Never anything huge though. Yeah, one of the items that he gave me was these McFarlane toys, Yellow Submarine related too. The John Lennon one here. The funny thing is, I am a collector of like Star Wars figures and stuff, so why I wouldn't collect Beatles ones? And I do remember seeing these back in the day, and I think I was in a Spencer's Gifts and seeing, I think the whole set was there on the shelf, and I remember thinking, oh, those are pretty cool, but I'd rather go take the money and go put it into another CD or something. But yeah, there's the John and Jeremy one there. I think it's pretty cool. They showed the rest. He kind of joked with me. He said, well, now you got the one, so you'll probably be looking for the other three. And he's probably not wrong. Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for him. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find the rest or not at a reasonable price. But yeah, this was just pretty cool. These were 1999. It looks like they came out. So right about the time they released the DVD and the Yellow Submarine song track. So these probably would have accompanied all that, with kind of getting some new Yellow Submarine merchandise out there. But yeah, that's really cool. We got John there. Even though the next item I kind of want to show is Yellow Submarine related, I'll just kind of start with more the non-music physical media aspect. This is still physical media, but this is a book, and it's a very tiny little book. I think it's just titled The Beatles. I looked at when it was printed. The back is basically the same. This was printed in 1993. Unbelievable. It's got dust cover and everything. I think the just seeing it without that even on is cool. That kind of pink with the little blue stars. I'll keep it out of that just to kind of show it a little easier. But yeah, I think it's like 70 some pages, this little tiny book. You get it right side up here. We'll show a few pages here. My aunt said when he was giving this to me, she said, yeah, this has sat on my kitchen table for a few days. She says, I've read through the whole book. So yeah, she got some enjoyment out of it too. But yeah, I haven't got a chance to sit down and really read it yet because we just got back from the trip. And yes, I know this is almost a week or two later, but I like to kind of pre-record. I don't know if you guys have caught on to that. Yeah, so there was that little book. So like I said, the next would be related with Yellow Submarine because it's the album that Yellow Submarine was originally on. But yeah, I got a copy of Revolver from them. Of course, a US copy, and this is a stereo copy. And I haven't really checked everything on Discogs yet. The jacket's a little beat up, a little worse for wear, but the vinyl looked pretty good. So yeah, we'll pull it out of the jacket here. It does appear to have the original inner sleeve. There's rubber sole and help and that up in the corner there. Pretty sure this looks right. And then being a Beach Boys fan, I see Beach Boys Party and Summer Days and Summer Nights. Yeah, let's take a look at the vinyl here. I got side one there on that original Capitol label, the rainbow label. So yeah, nice revolver there. This one's a little more beat up, but I've got a copy of it too already. This is another stereo copy. I believe mine's also a stereo. But this one, obviously Magical Mystery Tour. This one is not a 67 issue. I haven't looked too much into the exact date on it. But yeah, just a little, some of the pages are kind of falling out of the book here, but let's see. Pull the vinyl out. The vinyl does, as you can see, the jacket in that isn't in the best of shape, but the vinyl looked pretty good. And this is, I'm thinking, kind of more 70s on this orange Capitol label. And so yeah, there was another copy of Magical Mystery Tour for me to add in there. Now, these next two, he was telling me his little story on it too. He got a little tricked on these. He thought they were Beatles and picked them up, and I can see why. And I know I've heard stories that there were all, when Beatlemania hit in '64 there, how they just started just cranking out anything that looked like the Beatles, anything that appeared to be them. They'd put something that hinted at it being Beatles, do some imagery that looks similar to theirs, and, you know, kind of trick probably even fans with it. Probably more the parents, I would guess. Yeah, so these next two are kind of in that category. Both records, both in very good shape. So the first one here is Beatle Beat. Beatles spelt like the bug, not like the band. It says here, featuring I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Bugs. So I guess they can't be the Beatles, they're going to be the Bugs with an extra G. The original Liverpool sound, recorded in England. They want you to think this is as authentic as it gets. There's even a little story here on the back, even talking about everything there. I've never seen any of these in person. I've never really collected them, but now that I've got a couple, I'm kind of happy I got them. Don't think this has got the original inner sleeve, and even what's in here, I don't believe belongs with this record. It's not an inner sleeve yet, even, but just a little something there. The record's in decent shape. I wonder if they got it and played it and went, this isn't the Beatles. But, and it's very heavy grain vinyl too. I'm really kind of surprised about that also. Looks like it's on the Coronet label. Never really heard of them, but just kind of an interesting little piece of Beatlemania history there. And I'll definitely be interested in taking a listen to it. And then the other one, this one, really, they went they went pretty far on it. I'll point out a couple of things I noticed. So this is She Loves You, Beatles Mash, the Liverpool Kids. I don't know. They kind of got the somewhat of a mop top hairdo there. There's the back. And again, another whole story about this on other people cashing in on Beatlemania, I guess. They almost flat out say it on the back here, too, that they're cashing in on the Beatlemania. So, yeah, but what caught me on this is the Liverpool Kids here. Oh, I wish I would have saw that earlier before I did this. I swear they gave them a totally different name in here. I can't remember where I saw that. Yeah, not gonna worry about it. I swear though, on the record label, it's yet another name. And this, I'm not sure again if this is the original inner sleeve. It's a Pickwick sleeve. Now I've heard of Pickwick, obviously with the Hamburg sessions that they did, and that was on Pickwick, I believe, one of the versions of it. But then I look at the label here, and it's Palace, which did match with the jacket there too. So I'm thinking that that sleeve is not correct for it. And here, oh yeah, if you can see that, they call them the schoolboys. on here. So, yeah. So yeah, there was the Liverpool Kids or the Schoolboys or whoever that other name on the back of the jacket was. But yeah, some little curiosity bits to just kind of add to my Beatles collection here. I think, you know, with the massiveness of the Beatles were and what Beatlemania especially was there and, you know, kind of the mid 60s there, definitely, you know, even that they are, even though they were totally cashing in on the fame, they are still part of the story in a way, in a sense. And I am curious to hear those records. The next little batch here, something I've been kind of on the lookout for and just haven't been finding or not wanting to spend the money quite yet on this when I'm still trying to collect a nice little record collection of it or CDs, kind of focusing on those as the main medium of physical media. One I've been curious on is 8-tracks. And when I do see them out, they usually are so beat up, but I remember my dad's 8-track collection even in the 80s, and those were brand new and they looked beat up even when they were new, even though they say that, you know, oh, stuff back then was built so much better. Well, yeah, the labels on these 8-tracks never looked great. Yeah, he gave me a nice little stack here. What do I got here? Five different 8-tracks, all Beatles on this one. So we got Meet the Beatles to start out. Now I'll pull it out of the sleeve here. Now I don't believe that this sleeve is the correct sleeve. There's the back. It does say manufactured and distributed by RCA. I do not believe that's the correct sleeve on this, but it's nice that it's got a sleeve just kind of protected in. So I'm not going to argue with that. And also that he generously gave these to me. So next one here, one I'm very excited to have. Of course, the US edition of Rubber Soul. The Capital version. And again in this RCA sleeve, so I don't believe that is correct. Next up, now this one I believe has got the correct sleeve. This is in the Capital stereo, 8-track stereo. There's the, I think I'm showing, there we go. And this is Yesterday and Today. I don't believe the Butcher ever got on 8-tracks, so we got just the trunk cover there. And then the next one, we got, again in the RCA sleeve here, but it is The Beatles, Part 1, the White Album on Apple. And the last one here is a solo career one, and he thought it was appropriate being I was supposed to be seeing him. Sorry about that. Ringo, the Ringo album. And this is on a Columbia House Records box. And again, I don't know if this is correct. I got to do a little research into this. I didn't see anything on the label on that, but I mean, it's possible this could be a Columbia House Records one. I don't know. I'll do a little more research to just find out. I got to figure out how to read the 8-tracks on that and figuring that out, logging them into Discogs and such. So maybe I'll find out there. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of show off that collection. I think I'm going to put John up there below the clock there, so you'll be seeing a new little piece there in my videos here in the future. But again, yeah, I just want to say thanks again to my cousin. This was so overly generous, and I really appreciate it. We've always had a pretty close relationship, and I guess, you know, I know I've given him some things over the years to add to his collection, and that's what he told me when he handed these to me. And I know he's added to my collection in the past too with whatever I've been into, and I suppose he just wanted to help contribute again here, and I really super appreciate it, and I hope you see this video. Thanks again on that, and again, please like and subscribe, please comment, and hit the notification bell too. I keep forgetting that one. My one friend told me one day, he says, you've hit all the points, and I've been rewatching that going, nope, I missed one. Hit that notification bell so you get reminded when I got a new video if you're liking what you see here. But anyways, I want to again thank all my subscribers too. Please tune in for the next one, but that'll be Beetle Dustino signing out.